I am so ready for this Kickstarter preview video.
If you're missing something, Valhalla awaits you. Kickstarter is so cool.
And we are live, folks. Welcome to the Sit Down Standards Kickstarter preview. My name's David. I'm joined as always by my favorite board gamer, my wife, Alyssa.
Hello.
And today we're taking a look at the 1 to 6 player adventure board game Saltlands from Antler Games. It is the post-apocalyptic world, and we are trying to escape the Saltlands. But guess what? There's raiders everywhere. They're trying to kill us, and we might even try to be stabbing each other in the back. Who knows? But before we determine if we make it out of the Saltlands alive, let's talk about what's included in the game. Take it away, Alyssa.
All right, let's first talk about the game board.
Yes.
Which is made up of hex tiles. You have your beginning tiles,
Yeah,
starting tiles, and then you also have your unique tiles that you'll place in. It can be different each game you play.
Yeah, and they have different terrains on them. There's like mountainous areas and the
sand areas.
Yeah, and those are different areas that different vehicles can go into. We'll get in that into a second. Then what else is included?
And you have your character boards. Each player will get to choose the character they want to be.
Yep, there's a whole bunch of different characters to choose from. There's like the transporter.
There's a little girl. There's a scientist.
Yeah, and each one has their own unique special ability. For instance, the scientist can create more water, which is absolutely necessary in this game.
Isn't there a flamethrower?
Yeah, there's an arsonist, and she gets a flamethrower, of course. So that actually is also, there's now, in addition to the player board, there's little slots on the player board for where you can place certain things, including your character, as well as you have a starting vehicle, which is a wind sail. And then you can upgrade that later on, but you also can have additional crew members, and you also have some starting cards that you get, including the pre-mentioned flamethrower for the arsonist.
Water.
Yep.
Gasoline.
Yeah. So, and then there's additional cards that you're going to be trying to gain when you're moving throughout that board. You can loot different areas of the game board, and you can get cards from the loot deck, which have all the different types of weapons, new vehicles, different items that are very useful throughout the game, including things like armor or canteens full of water.
And the new vehicles help you because then you can move on to more terrains.
Yep, certain vehicles can't move through a certain terrain. And actually, when you start out the game, you start out with a wind sail, and that's one mechanic of the game. There's actually an additional tile that's like the wind tile, and that determines the direction and also the strength of the wind. And in addition to that, you also have these pesky raiders. Like I said, the pre-mentioned pesky raiders that are moving throughout the board, and they're trying to essentially thwart your efforts of trying to escape the Saltlands. And also, each raider will have its own raider board, just like the players. Each raider has their own significant abilities. They can move a certain amount of spaces. They also do a certain amount of damage. Those are the other cards that are included. There's 2 additional smaller cards that are included. One is called the damage deck. You flip these over to determine how much damage each one of the raider groups or abilities each raider group gets each round.
And each round a raider gets turned over.
Yeah, so at the end of your turn, you're going to activate one of those raider groups. And then the final card is the rumor cards. And this is kind of how you win the game. You have to determine where the rumors, you're hearing these rumors about how to escape from the Saltlands. So you flip over these rumor cards when you move throughout the certain portions of the board. And once you have the location of, you flipped over 6 rumor cards, you've locked the locations of the exit. So you need to get there.
And that's where you have to get to.
Yeah, you need to get there with some specific victory cards. And that's really what's unique about this game. You can play this game cooperatively if you want, or of course you can play competitively.
Or both.
Or a little bit of both, which involves some backstabbing. Just like any good post-apocalyptic game, you might have to stab your friends in the back. Now, we've had a chance to play it a few times. I would say this game is difficult. It's difficult in a couple instances. One is going lone wolf is almost impossible. You really do have to rely on your fellow players, or you have to kind of use them at the right time to kind of throw them under the bus so that you have the opportunity to be successful.
So you can escape and survive.
Yeah, because during your turn, you're going to do things like move throughout the game board. You can fight raiders. You can search for loot. You can also, of course, uncover those rumors, the rumor cards, so you can start to find the exits and how the heck to get out of the Saltlands.
And the moving is quite unique as well, because like you said, you have the wind tile, and depending on, you can move so many spaces. You flip over a tile for each round. 3, 4, or 5 spaces, I think.
Yep.
And the wind, even if you want to go this way, but maybe the wind is not going that way, so you can't go that many spaces. So it makes sense. It's thematic.
Yeah, it's super thematic as far as all of the artwork is fantastic in this game. It has this great post-apocalyptic feel to it. All of the components are very high quality, even for the prototype that we got. Again, all the photos you're seeing are prototype, but right now they're on Kickstarter. If you want to learn out more information about the game, what we'll do is we'll put a link right here. So just click right here. That'll take you to their Kickstarter page where you can learn more. Right now they're fully funded, so they're moving towards stretch goals. So right now if you pledge $48, that gets you a copy of the game, and that includes shipping in the United States.
Awesome.
Which is great, because again, we always talk about sometimes the shipping is almost as expensive as the game, but in this case, it's included if you're in the U.S. If you like thematic games that really give you meaty choices, this is definitely an excellent game. There is obviously some luck involved with the card draws that you get.
On like what weapons and whatnot you can draw.
But it has a puzzle feel to it. You're always going to know what group of the raiders are going to be activated because you get to choose as your turn. So you can kind of see the puzzle unfolding. But again, you can't always plan on your friends helping you out. Sometimes they might backstab you.
I can see this going when you play it over and over again, like always having a different strategy or outcome or different things happening. So I could see that happening.
Definitely. So if this sounds like it's a game for you, just click this link. That is Saltlands from Antler Games. Until next time, bye.
See ya.